Welcome back to the channel Numismatic Coins to a fascinating glimpse into one of America's most iconic coins, the 1907 Indian head $10 gold eagle. First introduced during President Theodore Roosevelt's bold effort to beautify U.S. coinage, this masterpiece designed by Augustus marked the beginning of a new artistic era in American money. With its striking image of liberty wearing a Native American headdress and its powerful standing eagle, the 1907 issue stands as a symbol of national pride, innovation, and historical significance. Whether admired for its beauty, its rarity, or its place in American history, the 1907 gold coin remains a timeless treasure celebrated by collectors around the world. Top 2. First up, the 1907 $10 gold coin, officially known as the Indian head eagle, represents a turning point in the artistic, cultural, and monetary history of the United States. Before 1907, American gold coins followed a traditional neoclassical style that many critics considered outdated and bland. When Theodore Roosevelt became president, he felt strongly that American coinage should reflect the beauty and dignity of a modern nation. Inspired by the artistic quality of ancient Greek coins, Roosevelt personally sought the help of his friend and world-famous sculptor Augustus. Roosevelt asked him to redesign the nation's gold coinage, including the $10 eagle and the $20 double eagle, in a bold new style that would set the standard for the world. Accepted the challenge, and the result was the creation of one of the most beautiful series of gold coins ever produced in the United States. Design for the 1907 $10 coin was revolutionary for the time. Instead of the traditional classical Liberty head, he created a figure of Lady Liberty wearing a Native American headdress, a symbolic merging of American liberty with the heritage of the indigenous people of the continent. The design was powerful, distinctly American, and unlike any previous U.S. coin. On the reverse side, he placed an elegant and muscular standing eagle, portrayed with natural realism and strength. The new design was not simply decorative, it represented Roosevelt's vision of the United States entering the century with artistic confidence and cultural respect. The coin's appearance was so striking that it immediately stood out from all earlier U.S. gold pieces. The year 1907 itself was dramatic in terms of production. Originally created his designs in high relief, meaning the sculptural details were raised much more than on ordinary coins. These high-relief coins were breathtakingly beautiful, but they posed enormous challenges for the U.S. Mint. Each coin required multiple strikes from the presses, which slowed down production at a time when millions of coins were needed for commerce. Despite the mint's difficulties, a small number of 1907 high-relief $10 Indian head coins were successfully struck. These pieces are today considered masterpieces of American sculpture and are among the most sought-after coins in the world. However, the mint quickly insisted on a more practical version, leading to the creation of the low-relief variety later in the same year. These low-relief 1907 coins still showcased St. Gaudens's artistry but were much easier to produce, allowing the design to enter full circulation. Another important detail in the history of the 1907 $10 gold coin was the controversy surrounding the motto, "In God We Trust." President Roosevelt felt that placing the divine name on money was inappropriate and even disrespectful, so the earliest versions of the 1907 coin were struck without the motto. This decision caused public backlash, and by 1908 Congress required the motto to be restored. But for 1907 alone, the official coins were produced without it, giving the first-year issues a unique, historically significant appearance. Collectors today carefully distinguish between the 1907 no motto high relief, 1907 no motto wire rim, 1907 no motto rolled rim, and 1907 no motto low relief varieties. The 1907 Indian head $10 gold coin is composed of 90% gold and 10% copper, giving it its classic warm gold color with a slight reddish tint. Measuring 27 mm in diameter and weighing 16.718 grams, it carried the same specifications as earlier U.S. $10 gold eagles but stood apart artistically. The coin remained in production until 1933, when the United States abandoned circulating gold coinage during the Great Depression under President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Yet among all dates, the 1907 issues are the most historically significant, representing the birth of a new artistic era in American coinage. Today, the 1907 $10 Indian head gold coin is celebrated not only as currency but as a piece of national art and history. Its origins involve a president's passion, a legendary sculptor's genius, and a dramatic struggle between artistic vision and practical minting technology. For collectors, the 1907 coins, especially the high-relief types, remain prized treasures, representing the moment when American coinage transformed from ordinary money into enduring works of art. Next up, The 1911 gold $10 coin, commonly called the Indian head eagle, is part of one of the most iconic series of American gold coins ever struck. Its origins go back to the early century, when President Theodore Roosevelt became unhappy with what he believed was the uninspired artistic quality of U.S. coinage. Roosevelt wanted America's coins to look as impressive as those from ancient Greece, which he admired deeply. To achieve this, he enlisted the renowned American sculptor Augustus, who redesigned several U.S. gold coins, including the $10 eagle. Introduced a bold, high-relief design showing Lady Liberty wearing a Native American feathered headdress, a symbolic fusion of American identity and classical art. Although died in 1907, his design lived on and was used for every $10 gold coin minted from 1907 until 1933, including the 1911 version. The year 1911 holds particular interest among collectors because coins from this date reflect a period when the U.S. Mint was still modifying and refining the design for mass production. The coin is composed of 90% gold and 10% copper, giving it a rich, warm gold color with a slight reddish tint. This alloy was chosen to strengthen the coin for circulation. On the obverse front, Liberty's head faces left, adorned with the feathered war bonnet marked Liberty, surrounded by 13 stars representing the original colonies. On the reverse back, a powerful eagle stands proudly on a bundle of arrows and an olive branch, symbols of military readiness and peace. The words EPLURIBUSUNUM, United States of America, and $10 complete the composition, while the motto "In God We Trust" appears on most versions except the earliest 1907-1908 no motto pieces. The 1911 issue was produced at multiple mints, most notably Philadelphia, which struck coins without a mint mark, and Denver, which struck coins marked with a small d. The 1911 D variety is especially famous and highly valuable because of its low mintage and rarity in higher grades. Philadelphia coins were more common, but both types circulated widely in commerce during the early century. These coins were used in everyday transactions, large bank payments, and international financial exchanges. Because most people at the time preferred paper money, many gold eagles went into storage at banks and treasury vaults, while others were shipped overseas as part of international trade. The historical significance of the 1911 Indian head eagle grew dramatically during and after the Great Depression. In 1933, President Franklin D. Roosevelt ordered an end to the circulation of gold coins and required most to be melted down as part of the government's effort to stabilize the financial system. As a result, countless $10 gold pieces, including many from earlier dates, were destroyed. However, enough 1911 coins survived in bank holdings or overseas reserves to remain collectible today. The Denver 1911 D, in particular, survived in much lower numbers, making it one of the most desirable dates for numismatists. Today, the 1911 gold $10 Indian head coin is treasured not only for its gold content, but also for its artistic heritage and historical importance. It captures the spirit of Roosevelt's American Renaissance in coinage, a time when the United States sought to elevate its national identity through beautiful and meaningful designs. The coin also represents a vanished era in U.S. monetary history, when gold coins circulated freely in commerce before the country moved to a fully paper-based currency system. For collectors, historians, and enthusiasts of classical American coinage, the 1911 $10 gold eagle remains a timeless masterpiece that continues to fascinate over a century after its creation.